Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Lately Fashionable and Happy New Year. I am, of course, Chelsea Souter, and I have a brand new project series to start today. I'm very excited. And these are my boxes of UFOs. Now, to start off, I should tell you that this was not my original idea. I got this idea via my mom from the Quilted Forest YouTube channel run by Shelley Robson, who also runs the Quilted Forest Quilt Shop in Forest City, Iowa, which I have been to before with my mom. She is a frequent customer. But Shelley has been doing this Project of the Month series since 2022, and my mom was here last month, told me about it, and I said, that's a great idea, I should do that too. So the basic concept is, at the beginning of the year, or the end of the previous year, you put together 12 UFOs, or just projects that you want to do, and put them in boxes, which you then number. And then on the first of the month, you draw out a number, and that tells you which box you're going to do for that month. And then the idea is you try to finish that project in that month. So Shelley has been doing this, like I said, for the last 4 years now, and she does it as a sew-along, so you can put your own projects in your own 12 boxes and then do the same number that she draws out at the beginning of every month. But I am going to draw my own numbers because I want to be uploading each video on the first of the month so that you get to see it. But yeah, I'm really excited for this challenge, and I want to thank Shelley for putting it together. I have no idea what's in these boxes. That's not entirely true. So for the past couple months, I have been cleaning my sewing studio 10 minutes at a time every time I come out here to sew, which is not every day, so it's progressing kind of slowly, but it is progressing. And like I said, while my mom was here, she gave me this idea. So while I was cleaning, while my mom was here, I was also finding UFOs, unfinished objects, for those unfamiliar with the terminology. And I set all of those unfinished projects aside until I could locate 12 identical shoeboxes. Yes, these are all American Duchess shoeboxes. Some people may use this as an indication that I have too many shoes. Those people would be wrong. I decided to go with shoeboxes because that's what I already had on hand. Shelley puts hers in plastic tubs, which is convenient because then you can see what's in each of them. Like I said, I don't know what is in each of these because I put them all in boxes as I found them, and then yesterday I put the numbers on, having no clue what was in each box as I was numbering them. So we're going to find out together. And I will talk a little bit about each project as I write them down. So project number 1. This one's heavy. Oh yes. This is a dress that I cut out. I should have the pattern in here, but I don't think I do. Simplicity 2302. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Okay, I found it. This is not at all what I thought this was. It's a vintage maternity pattern, and I have made this swing coat from it, but I never got around to making the dress. But clearly I cut it out at some point. Maybe the last time I was pregnant? Who knows? Wow. I truly have no memory of cutting this out. So I'm going to write down mint green vintage dress. And although it is a maternity dress, it's one that's very adjustable and can be worn for post-maternity as well. In fact, 2 of the dresses that I currently have in my rotation in my year of dressing vintage are in fact maternity dresses that I made when I was pregnant with my daughter. Okay, so that's box number 1. Number 2. Ooh, this one's also heavy. Oh yes. I am going to be so annoyed when I get to this box because I don't want to do it. And that is precisely why I put it in one of these boxes. The idea is that this will force me to do this project. Oof. So what I have are these mesh fabrics that are supposed to be very sturdy. So I have 4 mesh laundry baskets that fold up, and they are getting very torn and ratty. So I need to entirely replace the fabric and the binding on them because they were very cheaply made. But the wire frame of each of these is in fine condition, so if I just replace the fabric and the binding, they should be functional again. At least that's the plan. I've been putting this off for so long, but also when I originally bought the mesh fabric, which was months ago, I think it was over the summer, I did not know exactly how much I needed, and I bought 1 package of each color. I figured I might as well make it fun, so I got 4 different colors. But then when I got them home, I realized I actually needed 2 packages of each color. And I procrastinated buying more, but then I found some recently in a fabric store in person, and they had all of the colors I needed, so I bought 1 more of each one. And now I have all of the supplies, so I can't put it off anymore. Grr. I'm gonna be so mad the month I draw number 2. This one's very light. I think I know what it is. Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, this one is 2 sleeves for a Regency dress that the dress is already made, but I made it sleeveless. That's a long story. I'll talk about it when I do this project. And I started making the sleeves, which I'm sewing by hand for some reason. One of them is assembled and just needs to be hemmed and then gathered and then sewn onto a band because I want to make these removable sleeves in case I start doing Regency costuming again. And the other one is just pinned and ready to sew the underarm seam. I've been putting this one off for like 7 years. So that will be fun. Oh, I forgot to write these down. Okay. Number 2, laundry baskets. Number 3, Regency sleeves. Okay, box number 4, medium heavy. Oh, yes. Okay, so this is this gorgeous batik fabric that I bought. Don't ask me how many years ago. I simply do not recall. And I cut out a dress from it. Once again, I don't have the pattern in here. It is Simplicity 5681. I'll be right back. Here it is. I don't even remember which view I cut out, but I think it'll be a really pretty dress when I eventually make it. I also think it probably won't fit me anymore because this pattern only goes up to size 12 and I am no longer size 12, but I'm going to finish it anyway, and if it doesn't fit and I can't alter it to make it fit, I will probably donate it. But the point is, I will finish it. Teal, purple, batik dress. Okay, number 5, medium heavy. Ah, yes. Here's another one that I am certain will not fit when I actually finish making it. I started sewing it together, and I think it already didn't fit when I was making it. But this was going to be a culotte dress. Let's see if I can find the pattern for that. Ah! Here we go. So I had cut this out. I think it will be really adorable, but it's only up to size 10, so very likely will not fit me. I might be able to make it work. Who knows? There it is. Oh, isn't it lovely fabric though? Look at this. Look at those flowers. It's quilting cotton, but I fell in love with it, so. Number 5, blue culotte. How do you spell that? Oh, they're calling it a jumpsuit. Whatever. Okay. Next. Not much in here. Oh yes. This is a blouse that I started making, I think back in 2020. Wow. That seems right. This is from a vintage reproduction pattern. I should just go get it. I am super organized. Okay, this is the pattern, and I did end up making a blouse from this pattern, even though it's supposed to be a dress. But this one was started, I think, 4 years before the one I ended up actually finishing. So I should finish this one as well. Okay. Tan floral blouse. Although, I do actually have a lot more of that fabric, and I could just make it as a dress. I'm kind of tempted to do that. Okay. Pretty lightweight. Okay. This is a mock-up. I have to get the pattern again. Ah! The thing is, every time I get up to hunt down a new pattern, I have to unplug my microphone, or else untangle it from my dress, which unplugging it is easier, and then I have to make sure it's plugged back in so it's actually recording. Here's hoping I'm getting sound with all of these. Anyway, here's the pattern. So I had cut this out and sewn it together as a mock-up because I have different, much more expensive fabric that I want to make this dress from, but I had made it many years ago and it didn't fit me. The underbust was really high on me and looked very bad, so I made adjustments to the pattern, cut out a new one, and like I said, made a mock-up to see if it would fit. And since I went to all of the trouble of matching the plaid on my mock-up, I might as well sew the dress and actually wear it. Right? So, number 7, brown plaid dress. Okay, number 8, pretty light. Hey, I have the pattern with this one. Yay! Okay, this is the pattern, and here are the pieces of a halter top that I cut out and need to sew together. So it will be just the bodice of this dress. Just a halter top without the skirt attached. Easy. Pink linen halter. Number 9. Oh no. I know which one this is. This probably means nothing to you. So I have these lovely bins that I keep my scrap fabric in, and I've got them all labeled with what type of scraps are in them. And my pink ones, as you can see, are just disintegrating. The fabric is falling apart because it's, you know, petroleum. So I intend to take apart the ones that are crumbling into dust and make new fabric covers for the cardboard boxes inside. And I am very much not looking forward to that, but it does need to be done, similar to my laundry baskets. And there's only scraps in this because I think I do know what fabric I'm going to use, but it won't fit in this box. So this is just a placeholder to tell me what I'm going to do. Okay, last 3. Pretty light. Ooh, this one has 2 projects in it because they are both the same pattern. I'm not going to get up and get it, but it's a pattern for a slip, which I have made many times. I have made in linen, and I wear my linen slips every single day. I have two different patterns that I make them from. This is one of them. And I thought that this particular pattern would also make a very cute dress. And I have this gorgeous, I think it's tencel fabric. It's very wrinkly, but it drapes like an absolute dream. And the color is so beautiful. I bought this fabric in Bath when I visited England in 2019. And then I also have the same pattern cut out. Oh wait, no, this is the other slip pattern. I lied. The other slip pattern that I've used for my linen slips, I cut out of a very slinky black lining fabric. And I'm going to make a very sexy slip for it, from it. I've also got some black lace that came from something else. And that's just for me. So I'm going to call that yellow dress, black slip. Both of those, they're already started, so I feel like they're going to go fairly quickly, which is why I put them both in the same box. They count as one project. This one's really light. What do we have here? Oh yeah! Oh man, so back in the beginning of my year of sewing vintage, I cut out two collar pieces from two different patterns, so they'll be different shaped collars. And then I need to make like collar stands from the scraps and make the removable collars that I always plan to make from the leftover fabric from my cream bishop sleeve blouse. Oh, that's been on the list for ages. Cream collars. All right, last one. This is the biggest box. Let's see what's in it. Oh yeah, this one also has two projects, one of which is nearly completed. This is the Mary Quant, I believe. I think the pattern is called Georgie. It's a free digital pattern that you can download from, I forget the museum, but I will link it in the description. And it's a wrap dress. You can see this is the bodice, and I started making this as a standalone top, and I never got around to sewing the sleeves on. So I need to finish that. And I made this top kind of as a wearable mock-up because I want to make the actual dress from this blue and white striped linen, which was a petticoat that I bought from Colonial Williamsburg during a costume sale. And I thought that would be really fun to play with the stripes in the dress. So I think it's all cut out. Here's the bodice pieces. I also cut out lining for the bodice from a different linen petticoat that I also got from that same costume sale. There's the back, front, and front. So I did start to construct it because there's the back seam. You can see it's got a subtle chevron effect, which is fun. I think I was going to make this sleeveless with patch pockets. Oh, okay, so I'm excited about that. And this will be a dress that I can add to my vintage wardrobe, which some of these not so much. But that's okay because my year of dressing vintage ends in March. And I will probably still wear a lot of vintage after it ends because that's what the majority of my wardrobe is now. And I love it. But I will also not be limited to wearing vintage. Green wrap top, blue striped dress. Okay, now the moment you've been waiting for the past 20 minutes. Which project is going to be the January UFO? It is number, oh shoot, is this a 6 or a 9? Hold on. It's the 6. Project number 6, which is the tan floral blouse. So this one I will finish in the month of January. Can't say I'm super stoked about it, but I have at least finished the hardest part, which is this awful contrast neckline yoke. I remember it giving me such fits when I made the mint green blouse. Oddly enough, I don't remember doing this at all. Working on this project has completely left my brain. So I guess I'm going to need to decide if I do want to make it into a dress after all. I know I have enough fabric, so I might as well. But I really should at least make the blouse because it is long sleeved and I do not have enough long sleeve blouses in my current wardrobe. Okay. So there we go. UFO number 6 is my January project, and I will update you on February 1st with how much of this I've managed to get done, and picking a new number for February's project. If you enjoyed this video, as always, feel free to give me a like, and if you want to see more, definitely subscribe so that you can follow along with my monthly UFOs. And I will see you in the next one. Bye! Got an escaped curl. Get up there with your friends.